Namaste everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be breaking down Surya Namaskar step by step so you can get the most out of it. My name is Brent Goebel and this is Piece of Blue Yoga. Okay, starting at the front of our mat here, feet together, shoulders rolled up, back and down. Lift all 10 toes, press the balls of the feet into the mat, slight bend of the knees, pull the hips down and under. Pull in the lower belly, lift the chest, roll the shoulders up, back and down, slightly lift the chin, and hold. Here we are in Tadasana. And inhale, exhale, arms into prayer in front of the chest. Inhale, arms up. Slight back bend here into Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold. Hands on either side of the head. Let the hands come down to the mat. Now, if this is too much, you can always bend slightly into the knees, but release the head here. Let the head hang. Inhale, right leg is going to come behind you, dropping the right knee and dropping the right toes, looking forward. Now, we're just going to hold here in this position because I want to stack it up properly. The knee is going to be over the ankle. The hands are going to be down on either side of the front foot. For ladies, if you feel like you don't have a lot of space here, you can move your chest forward and then to the outside where the knee comes just underneath the armpit. All right, looking forward here. Now I'm slightly going to push into the hip and feel that slight stretch into the inner part of my right thigh. Looking forward, not looking up here, just looking ahead. From here, I'm going to tuck my right toes and I'm going to come into a high plank position. Okay? Two different ways that you can do Surya Namaskar here. You can either come back into Parvatasana or you can come into plank. I'm going to do the Shivananda style where I just come into plank right here. Now, as I work plank, my heels are going to be over the balls of my feet. Okay, it's not back here, it's here. And then the shoulders are going to be over the wrists. Now from this point, I'm going to exhale and I'm going to go into what's called Shishtang Namaskarasana, which is basically like surrendering Namaskar. 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to go into Shishtang Namaskarasana. I bend my knees first. Okay, so this takes pressure off the shoulders. Then I release my lower back and I touch my thighs down, still keeping the feet together here. Then I release my belly and then I release my forehead. My chest isn't touching, only my belly. From this point, I'm going to roll my chest backwards so my hips rise. Now, if I'm doing this for the first time, I should feel a little bit of stimulation into my lower back. That's completely normal. That goes away with time. Now, coming out of Shishtang, I'm going to release my head forward, release my chest, and my hips going to come down. I release my toes and I inhale, press into the mat ever so slightly, not too much, not to here, just so it stimulates into the lower back. Bhujangasana. Now, moving forward, I press in my toes, I press into the mat, come into a high push-up position, and then back into Parvatasana, mountain peak pose. So my feet are together here, they're not apart as in down dog. Parvatasana is with the feet together, but pretty similar. Now right leg went back, right leg comes forward, coming around the sequence. Now my left knee drops. I'm working back to where I came from. So I'm coming into Ekapada Prasaranasana on the right side. As I do this, I remember to keep that knee over the ankle, keep the armpit over the knee, releasing the left knee, releasing the left toes, looking forward. I flex the left toe, press off that back leg, and I bring that left leg in to meet the right to a forward fold. Arms are going to come by the ears. Almost finishing up here, I lift in all one unit, okay? I don't break at the shoulders or break at the hips. Slight leaning back here, come back into standing, hands come down in front of the chest. Now I can either take a break here with a full inhale, exhale, or I can go on into the next half round. So just because, say, I'm a beginner, I'm going to take a breath here. That's completely fine. Inhale, exhale. Let's go into the other half round on the left. Inhale up. Slight back bend here, pushing the hips slightly forward, looking up, finding the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Now my arms aren't breaking. They're staying next to my ears the entire time. Bending slightly into the knees, keeping everything together in one line, bringing the hands down on either side of the feet, and I drop the head. Inhale, I release my left leg back first. Falling back, right knee over right ankle. Very important here. Looking ahead, pressing into the hips ever so slightly, feeling that slight stretch across the inner left thigh. Flexing the left foot, pressing into the hands to let that leg come behind. Coming into high plank again. Now I'm going to come into Shishtang. I drop my knees. I drop my thighs. I drop my belly, my forehead. Now my hips come up. As the hips come up, my chest slides backwards ever so slightly. Now I look up, I move my chest forward, I release my hips down. My forearms are still pressed into my body. I release the toes, I inhale, and I press into the palms ever so slightly, but mainly lifting from the lower back. I tuck my toes in, I press into my hands and do this high push-up position. I press back into Buddhasana, Parvatasana. Basically, there's two names for this pose. Inhaling, left leg comes forward this time. Left leg comes high and in, and then I drop that right knee and drop the right toes, looking forward. Okay? Now, if this is too much, if you can't make it down here, you can cup the hands. It's okay. Don't be too detail-oriented. Do what works best for you. Tuck the right toes, inhale, and exhale. Coming into standing forward fold, Uttanasana, Hastapadasana. Bunch of different names that you can use for these postures. Arms come by the ears, inhale, lift. Slight back bend here, and then coming down. All right, so let me do one half round with the proper breathing cues. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg comes behind, releasing the right knee, releasing the right toes, looking forward. Exhaling, coming into high plank. Continue that exhale to suspend the breath on Shishtang. Inhale, come into Cobra, Bhujangasana. Press the toes into the mat, hips come up and back. Inhale, right leg comes forward. Release the left knee, release the left toes, looking ahead, feeling the slight stretch. Exhale, leg comes forward, forward fold. Uttanasana, Padahastasana. Arms next to ears, inhale, lift. Slight back bend here, come back into standing and down. All right, everyone. Happy practice. I hope you got a lot out of today's session. And I'll see you again next time. Thank you so much. Namaste.